In the timeless pages of the Bible and other sacred scriptures, we uncover a blueprint for happiness and success bestowed upon humanity by the divine. However, amidst this wealth of wisdom, many overlook the profound guidance, instead relying on their limited understanding. It's as if we presume our finite knowledge can surpass the infinite wisdom of the divine. However, as a human, you possess a remarkable gift, one often obscured by the distractions of daily life. In this video, we embark on a journey to uncover this divine endowment, a treasure awaiting discovery within each of us, a true gift that can ease your pain, deal with stress, and tackle most of the problems you may encounter in the realm of divine gifts bestowed upon humanity. There exists a treasure of immeasurable value, a gift so profound that its true essence often eludes the grasp of mortal comprehension. This sacred endowment, veiled beneath the mundane distractions of everyday life, holds the power to illuminate the path of the seeker and bestow upon them boundless wisdom and insight. Imagine this gift as a radiant beacon amidst the darkness of uncertainty, guiding the weary traveler through the labyrinth of existence, just as a compass points northward. This divine endowment directs the soul towards truth, righteousness, and spiritual enlightenment. It is a gift that transcends material wealth and temporal pleasures, offering solace to the afflicted, strength to the weak, and hope to the despairing in the sacred scriptures of various faith traditions. Echoes of this divine gift resound, offering glimpses into its transformative potential. In the book of James, chapter 1, verse 5, we find a profound exhortation. If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask God, who gives generously to all without reproach, and it will be given him. Here, amidst the pages of ancient wisdom, we encounter a timeless truth, the promise of divine guidance for those who seek it earnestly. Consider for a moment the image of a weary traveler lost amidst the wilderness, surrounded by the dense fog of confusion and doubt. In their moment of desperation, they lift their voice to the heavens, beseeching the divine for guidance, and then, like a ray of sunlight piercing through the clouds, the gift of wisdom descends upon them, illuminating their path with clarity and purpose. Indeed, this divine gift is not merely a lofty abstraction or theological concept reserved to clerics and mystics. It is a living reality accessible to all who dare to seek it. It is the key that unlocks the mysteries of the universe, the lamp that dispels the shadows of ignorance, and the fountain from which springs the waters of true understanding. In delving into the biblical foundation of the divine gift bestowed upon humanity, we find a rich set of recommendations throughout the scriptures. Proverbs in particular stands as a beacon, illuminating the path to understanding and enlightenment. Let us journey through these sacred verses, drawing forth the timeless truths they contain. Proverbs 3:1318 serves as a cornerstone in our exploration, extolling the incomparable value of wisdom. Here we are reminded that wisdom is more precious than silver and gold. Its worth surpassing that of all material riches, like a hidden treasure waiting to be unearthed. Wisdom beckons us to seek after it with diligence and fervor. Furthermore, Proverbs 26 declares that wisdom emanates from the very mouth of the Lord, flowing forth as a stream of knowledge and understanding. It is a gift freely given to all who ask, a fountain of insight springing forth from the depths of divine providence. Also, scholars interpret this verse as the irrefutable proof that God's instructions must be obeyed to enjoy a spiritually fulfilled life. Proverbs 47 echoes this sentiment, proclaiming that the beginning of wisdom lies in the earnest pursuit of understanding. Though it may require sacrifice and effort, the rewards of wisdom far outweigh the costs, for in gaining wisdom, we gain true understanding of the world around us, illuminating the path to righteousness and fulfillment. As many often say, without really comprehending, to be happy, one must be ignorant or prepared for whatever life throws at them. The Bible itself is clear. God's knowledge is the recipe for the best life you can live. As we journey through the pages of Scripture, we encounter countless verses that speak to the transformative power of wisdom. Proverbs 11:2 reminds us that humility is the gateway to wisdom, while Proverbs 1616 declares the superiority of wisdom over material wealth. Indeed, wisdom is the key that unlocks the mysteries of the universe, guiding us toward a life of purpose and meaning. In the New Testament, we find further affirmation of the divine origins of wisdom. James 15 assures us that if we lack wisdom, we need only ask God, who gives generously to all without reproach. It is a comforting reminder that the source of wisdom is ever present, ready to bestow its blessings upon those who seek it with sincerity and humility throughout the Scriptures. Wisdom is portrayed not merely as an intellectual pursuit, but as a way of life. It is the guiding force that leads us along the path of righteousness, enabling us to navigate life's challenges with grace and integrity. As we continue our journey, let us heed the words of Proverbs 37, admonishing us not to rely on our own understanding, but to fear the Lord and shun evil. It's important to note that the fear of the Lord mentioned here isn't about trembling in terror before a wrathful deity, but rather about reverence and awe for the incredible relationship you can cultivate with God through obedience to His divine intelligence. It's about recognizing the profound depth of love and guidance that comes from aligning our lives with His wisdom. In our quest to recognize and cultivate wisdom in our lives, we must first understand what wisdom entails and how it manifests in our daily experiences. Wisdom is not merely an intellectual concept, but a profound understanding of the world and our place within it. It is the ability to discern right from wrong, to make sound judgments, and to navigate life's complexities with grace and integrity. One biblical example that illustrates the importance of wisdom is found in the story of Solomon, who, when given the opportunity to ask for anything from God, chose wisdom above all else. In 1 Kings 3:912, Solomon humbly acknowledges his own inadequacy and asks God for an understanding mind to govern his people wisely. God, pleased with Solomon's request, grants him not only wisdom but also wealth and honor beyond measure, symbolizing that wisdom is the root of all success. Similarly, in our own lives, recognizing the gift of wisdom requires humility and a willingness to seek guidance from a higher power. It means acknowledging our limitations and shortcomings and turning to God for direction and insight. This can be especially challenging when faced with difficult decisions or situations where our own judgment may be clouded by emotion or desire. One common scenario where wisdom comes into play is in our relationships with others. Sometimes we may find ourselves drawn to certain individuals despite warning signs or red flags that indicate they may not have our best interests at heart. Perhaps we feel a sense of loneliness or insecurity that leads us to seek companionship in the wrong places, ignoring the inner voice that urges caution in these moments. It is crucial to listen to our inner wisdom, which often speaks to us through feelings of unease or discomfort. Our souls are attuned to the divine guidance of God, and when we ignore these signals, we risk straying from the path of righteousness. Yet even when we falter, God's mercy is boundless, and He stands ready to forgive us when we humbly seek His forgiveness. Recognizing the gift of wisdom also entails a willingness to learn from our mistakes and to grow spiritually as a result. It requires us to cultivate a spirit of discernment to recognize the difference between fleeting desires and enduring truths. As we journey through life, heed the wisdom of the ages and seek guidance from the source of all wisdom, trusting in God's infinite mercy and grace in our journey through life. Neglecting wisdom and failing to seek divine guidance can have profound consequences, leading us down paths of ignorance and folly. The Scriptures warn us of the perils of such neglect, emphasizing the importance of wisdom in navigating the complexities of existence. Proverbs 17 admonishes us that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and instruction. This verse encapsulates the foundational principle. The true wisdom begins with a reverence for God and a willingness to heed His guidance. Those who disregard wisdom and instruction, choosing instead to rely on their own understanding, are likened to fools who walk blindly into danger. The classic parental comeback when you want to do something they think is foolish. If all your friends jumped off a bridge, would you do it too? Further emphasizes this timeless biblical idea. One of the consequences of neglecting wisdom is the erosion of moral and ethical standards. When we ignore the divine principles that govern right and wrong, we become susceptible to the allure of sin and temptation. Without the guiding light of wisdom, we may find ourselves making decisions based on self-interest or immediate gratification, rather than considering the long-term consequences of our actions. Furthermore, neglecting wisdom can lead to a lack of discernment, making us vulnerable to deception and manipulation. When we fail to cultivate a spirit of discernment, we may fall prey to false teachings or misleading ideologies that lead us astray from the path of truth. This can result in spiritual confusion and moral relativism where right and wrong become subjective and arbitrary. Another consequence of neglecting wisdom is the breakdown of relationships, and community wisdom teaches us the importance of humility, compassion, and empathy in our interactions with others, as opposed to modern perspectives that encourage pride, selfishness, and utilitarianism. When we prioritize our own desires and interests above the well-being of those around us, we sow seeds of discord and division. Without the guidance of wisdom, conflicts may escalate, trust may erode, and meaningful connections may be lost. Ultimately, the consequences of neglecting wisdom extend beyond our individual lives to impact society as a whole. When a culture forsakes divine guidance and embraces moral relativism, it opens the door to social decay and moral decline. Without a shared understanding of right and wrong rooted in wisdom, society becomes fragmented and chaotic, lacking a cohesive moral compass to guide its course. In conclusion, neglecting wisdom carries dire consequences both for individuals and for society as a whole. As we navigate the complexities of life, let us heed the timeless wisdom of Scripture and seek divine guidance in all that we do by embracing wisdom and humility. We can avoid the pitfalls of ignorance and folly, leading lives that are guided by truth, virtue, and righteousness throughout history. Countless individuals have found strength and solace in embracing divine guidance, drawing inspiration from the wisdom and experiences of biblical figures who exemplified unwavering faith and obedience to God's will. These stories serve as powerful reminders of the transformative power of divine guidance in navigating life's challenges and trials. One such exemplary figure is Daniel, whose unwavering faith and wisdom are immortalized in the pages of Scripture. Daniel's story is one of resilience and courage in the face of adversity, as he remains steadfast in his commitment to God. Despite facing persecution and opposition, Daniel's ability to dreams, a gift bestowed upon him by God, allowed him to rise to prominence in the courts of foreign rulers and ultimately to influence the course of history. Daniel's unwavering faith and reliance on divine guidance serve as a timeless example of the power of trust and obedience in God's providence in moments of uncertainty and doubt. Daniel turned to prayer and sought wisdom from above, finding strength in his relationship with the Almighty. His life serves as a testament to the transformative power of faith and the assurance that God is ever present, guiding and protecting those who put their trust in Him. However, biblical history also provides cautionary tales of the consequences of neglecting divine guidance. The Israelites' journey through the wilderness under the leadership of Moses is a poignant example of the perils of disobedience and rebellion against God's will. Despite witnessing miraculous displays of divine power and provision, the Israelites repeatedly succumbed to doubt and rebellion, rejecting God's guidance and seeking their own way. The consequences of their disobedience were severe, as they wandered in the desert for 40 years, unable to enter the promised land due to their lack of faith and disobedience. The Israelites' journey serves as a sobering reminder of the importance of heeding divine guidance and remaining faithful to God's commands. It illustrates the destructive consequences of pride and self-reliance, as well as the enduring mercy and patience of a loving God who longs to lead His people into abundant life. In conclusion, embracing divine guidance is essential for navigating life's challenges and trials with wisdom and discernment. By following the examples of biblical figures like Daniel and heeding the lessons of history, we can find strength and inspiration in our journey of faith, trusting in God's providence and guidance. Every step of the way, wisdom is not merely an abstract concept relegated to the pages of Scripture. Rather, it is a practical and invaluable asset that can enrich every aspect of our daily lives. Drawing inspiration from passages such as Proverbs 1616, which extols the incomparable value of wisdom over material wealth, we can glean insights on how to apply wisdom in our everyday situations. One key aspect of applying wisdom in daily life is the cultivation of discernment and sound judgment. Wisdom empowers us to make informed decisions that align with our values and priorities, enabling us to navigate complex situations with clarity and confidence. By prioritizing wisdom over worldly possessions, We recognize that true wealth lies not in material abundance but in the depth of our understanding and insight. Furthermore, wisdom guides our interactions with others, fostering empathy, compassion, and humility in our relationships. The Bible often reminds us of the importance of seeking understanding over riches, emphasizing the value of empathy and perspective-taking in our interactions with others by approaching relationships with wisdom and discernment. We can cultivate deeper connections built on mutual respect and understanding. In addition, wisdom equips us to navigate life's challenges with resilience and grace, rather than succumbing to impulsivity or despair in the face of adversity. Wisdom empowers us to respond thoughtfully and purposefully, drawing on our knowledge and experience to overcome obstacles and grow stronger in the process. By embracing wisdom as a guiding principle in our lives, we can cultivate a sense of inner peace and fulfillment that transcends external circumstances. In conclusion, embracing divine wisdom transforms our lives, enriching relationships, informing decisions, and fostering resilience. To actively tap into God's wisdom, actively seek it through prayer, scripture, and reflection. Trust in God's guidance to illuminate your path, prioritizing wisdom over material pursuits. As you cultivate wisdom, may you discover purpose, meaning, and fulfillment in life's journey. If you don't know where to start, remember that our Patreon page is full of resources to help you in your spiritual pursuits and cultivate a life of wisdom. Till next time.